Namaskara. Welcome to Correct Kannada. This is a short presentation on examples of situation-based phrases in Kannada. So I'm working on a video where I'm giving the different phrases types in English, which is a separate video. So I'm picking up English phrases like noun phrases, adjective, adverbial phrases, and then giving the Kannada equivalent of it, and then see if some pattern comes out of it. That is a separate video, but this video is a situation-based phrases where I saw it in a particular English website where they had given phrases to specific situations, and I found that very useful. So I just picked up those sentences and then just converted them to Kannada naturally. Okay, so let's move forward. So I just want to give credits to that website. So it is called the EnglishStudyHere.com, where they had given list of phrases for different situations. So I just made use of those sentences and then did the Kannada translation in a natural way, not like a blind translation. Okay, phrases in shopping. Do you have a smaller size, right? ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅಳತೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? So this ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ, we have seen this inta suffix for those those things related to comparison, those things related to the correlative. It's called the correlative clause. We have seen that where we will if you want to compare two things, then you'll use the inta, right? Idakkinta means compared to this. Chikka alate. Alate means measure. Here you're trying to refer to size. So you want a smaller size than this, idakkinta. So you have to add inta. So how do you do that? Idakke plus inta. So you have to take the chaturthi vibhakti of the noun or the pronoun. Here in this case, it's a pronoun. If it's a noun, you just take the chaturthi vibhakti of it and then add inta to it. Then compared to this, do you have a smaller size, bigger size, whatever, then you can do the comparison. We have done this exercise before in other videos. Okay, alate ideya. So this is one example. Where is the changing room, right? Batte parivartane or badalavane is very common. Parivartane is like a Sanskrit borrowed word. Batte parivartane ಮಾಡುವ ಕೋಣೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? So ಮಾಡುವ ಕೋಣೆ, right? Changing room, right? So this is your present relative participle. ಮಾಡುವ ಕೋಣೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? Okay, kone means room, by the way. So do you know where else I could try, right? For example, you ask for a particular item, they don't have it in their shop, then you can ask them, where else can I try to get this item? ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? Right? So siguttade is equivalent to saying where else it is available. You can say illi sigutta. You can ask that question, right? Sigu is the verb. Sigu is a verb that can mean to catch, to find, to ask if something is available, right? Sigu, and then also to meet, ask somebody to be available for you. That's also sigu. So sigu is like a multi-purpose verb. You need to understand the different usage of it. Of course, we have done other videos where I have given sigu examples and also explained how it is being used. Okay, so bere means somewhere else. Bereಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. Anta, as you know, is a topic pointer word, right? So bereಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ is a statement. Anta. So you are pointing to this statement and say anta ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, right? This anta is a word that can convert an active voice to that can convert direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, that's exactly what you're doing here, right? ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ is a statement by itself as if it's a direct speech. Then if you put anta, then it becomes indirect speech and then say nimage gutta. You're asking the person if he knows. Do you have this item in stock? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಂಡಾರ as repository. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಐಟಮ್ means ವಸ್ತು ಇದೆಯಾ? Is this item there in your stock? Do you offer a discount? ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ. Okay, ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay, so there are other words for discount also, but everybody uses discount, but you can use this riyaiti. Okay, do you have it in blue? Right? So ನೀಲಿ ಬಣ್ಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? So this ideya is a good way to ask, do you have? Okay. Siguttada is specific item if you want, right? Illi sigutta, like that. You can ask. What is your refund policy? So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮರುಪಾವತಿ, pavati means pay, marupavati means repay. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮರುಪಾವತಿ ನೀತಿ, policy ಏನು? Okay. ಮರುಪಾವತಿ. How much is this? ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು? Okay. Next, do you have a bigger size? Okay, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಳತೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay. As I said, alate is measurement, is called alate. Do you sell organic vegetables? Organic means savayava, right? ಸಾವಯವ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳು ನೀವು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೀರಾ? So ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡು, ಮಾರು means to sell. ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡು is the selling, doing of selling, action of selling. Because a lot of marata is used rather than maru directly. Okay. Marata madu, marata madu. So do you sell organic vegetables? Could you help me please? Okay. Swalpa sahaya madaboda. So again, I have mentioned this before. Swalpa is actually used for saying please rather than saying dayavittu. Dayavittu is like a very heavy word. It's very formal and it's used only for a big favor if you want. Then it's dayavittu. If not, you can just use swalpa. Where can I weigh this? Okay, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೂಕ ಮಾಡುವುದು? This is something that people don't know, right? If you're going to a shop, you can ask this question. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೂಕ? Say, for example, you buy this ಏಲಕ್ಕಿ, what you call bananas, right? Then you can say ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೂಕ ಮಾಡುವುದು? ತೂಕ is weigh. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೂಕ ಮಾಡುವುದು? Then, ಅವರು ಇದನ್ನು ತೂಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಿ. ತೂಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಿ means ತೂಕ ಮಾಡು is to weigh. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಲೆ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಡು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಲೆಸರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಲೆ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? So next one is asking and giving direction phrases. Okay, we finish the shopping phrases. This is asking and giving direction. Where is the library? ಪುಸ್ತಕಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು? ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುವುದು also you can say. ಪುಸ್ತಕಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಆಲಯ is ಪುಸ್ತಕಾಲಯ means library. Pustaka plus alaya, right? Pustaka book, alaya means temple. So it's a place where books are kept. So book ಪುಸ್ತಕಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು or ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುವುದು? Okay, where is the nearest post office? ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಅಂಚಿ ಕಚೇರಿ. Kacheri means office, by the way. Kacheri. Okay. This is Mahaprana. Kacheri, like Chhatri, right? Same thing. Kacheri. Anchi means post. So Hattirada means nearby. Okay. Hattirada Anchi Kacheri Elli ide. Okay. Hattirada. Okay. Can you show in the map? Okay. ಭೂಪಟದಲ್ಲಿ pata means picture. Bhu is your Bhumi, which is your earth. Bhupata means map. ಭೂಪಟದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಬಹುದಾ means can you show? Okay, ತೋರಿಸಬಹುದಾ. Okay. Then where is this address? ಈ ವಿಳಾಸ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ? So this is how you ask. Okay, where does it come is how you ask in Kannada. Where is this address when you want to say ಈ ವಿಳಾಸ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Where does it come? Are you from around here? ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿನವರ? So this is like a very useful thing in Kannada where you can add avara, avaru. You can add avaru, avanu, avalu to nouns. Okay. Illinavaru means he is from here, illi, right? Or you can say avaru hosadavaru, mean he is a new person. So you just take hosa, add the hosadavaru, hosadavalu, hosadavanu, like that. Adu hosadu. You can just say adu hosadu. You just add adu to hosa, then hosadu. It is new. It's a new one, like that. So that's the beauty in Kannada where you can do such things. Okay, then sorry, lost my way. How to go to Hubballi? Okay, ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ, ದಾರಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡೆ. ದಾರಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡೆ means I lost the way. Or ದಾರಿ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡೆ. ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳು is to lose. Okay, so ದಾರಿ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡೆ. ಹುಬ್ಬಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುವುದು? See, so this ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು or ಹೋಗುವುದು you can say. You can use. Okay. Then agreement, disagreement phrases. That is true. Adu satya. That is, if you want to agree, disagree with people, what kind of phrases can you use? That is true. Adu satya. You are absolutely right. Neevu heluvudu sari. Okay, you can say what you're saying is true. Or neevu heluvudu sari. I feel the same. Nanagu hage anisuttade. Anisu is to feel. Hage is like that. Nanagu, right? I also. We talked about this clitics, right? In Kannada, Nanagu means Nanage actually. You have to say Nanage is to me. When you say Nanagu, meaning you use a dirgha part, it means I also. Right? Nanagu hage anisuttade. Right? Then I totally agree. Purnavagi opputtene. Oppu is to agree. Purnavagi means completely. It is partly true, but when you want to say such a sentence, you say Adu Ardha Satya Adare. Ardha Satya means half true. Okay. Well, you could be right. Okay. Sariyagi irabahudu. Okay. Neevu sariyagi irabahudu. Irabahudu means it's possible. That's what this irabahudu means. When you just say irabahudu, you are saying it's possible. I don't agree. Nanu oppalla or nanage oppige illa. Both can be. Oppige is a noun, right? That's why it's nanage. Chaturthi vibhakti. Here also we saw, right? Nanage hage anisuttade. This is already neuter gender, right? I am having that feeling. Okay, when you because you are using the word feeling, right? Anisuttade, it is neuter gender. That's why nanage. If not, you will say Nanu hage anisuttene, right? Because you have to follow the Nanu, right? Anisuttene, Nanu anisuttene. I am feeling. But if you use Nanage, you can just straight away anisuttade. You can use a neuter noun, which is much easier. Same here, right? Nanu oppalla or Nanage oppige illa. So this oppu, which is a verb, you just add oppige, it becomes a noun. Oppige means acceptance, agreement. I agree and I don't have agreement with you like that. That's the difference. That's why you use the nage. So this is actually useful because you can get rid of the messiness of this what you call the trying to match the subject with the tense, right? The tense has to match with the person, number, and gender. That you can get rid of if you use these type of modifications, right? Um, that is not always the case. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ನಡೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಡೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ means something happening is called ನಡೆಯುವುದು, right? Nade is to walk, as if that event is walking, right? So ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ means always. Yeah, I mean not always. Okay, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ, because you're making it dirgha, you're saying not always, right? If you say yavaga means when. Yavaga means when. Yavagalu means no, not always. I mean, it is like saying, um, it is like saying always. Okay, yeah, yavagalu is actually not always. It's actually always. So yavagalu neevu barvudilla means you always don't come, right? Usually this yavagalu. So just the yavaga means when. Yavagalu means always. Okay, all the time. That's what it means. Yavagalu. Okay. Then I don't think so. Nanage hage anisalla. So the same thing anisu is used. Anisalla. Okay. I don't think so. Nanage hage means like that. Hige means like this. Hege means like what. I have a different opinion. ನನಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಇದೆ or ಬೇರೆ ಸೂಚನೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ means opinion, right? ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಇದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಇದೆ. That's your agreement, disagreement phrases. Opinion phrases. What I mean is, if you want to say like that, ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? So this is how you say, somebody asking you for an opinion. Then you say, ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? Or ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? So you can use this ಅಂದರೆ. Um, Andere, actually, I have mentioned this in other videos also if you have been following my videos. So, andere comes from annu. Annu means to say. So, this you take the past relative participle of annu, which is anda, then you add re, becomes andere. It means if said. That's the exact literal meaning of andere. Okay. And in Kannada, we say andere for also to also mean it means, right? For example, kappu andere black. If you want to give the meaning of things, then you use ಅಂದರೆ. Okay. Horse ಅಂದರೆ ಕುದುರೆ. Horse ಅಂದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುದುರೆ, like that. So there also you can use ಅಂದರೆ. You can also say ಅಂದರೆ to give a detailed meaning of something. For example, you just say, I came from the shop. You just say, I came from the shop. Which shop? Nothing, you didn't tell, right? Then ಅಂದರೆ I came from the bookshop, like that. So ಅಂದರೆ is used to explain more about something, then you use ಅಂದರೆ. I feel that, okay. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ, if you want to say I feel, if you want to start a sentence, I feel that this is the way it should be done, like that. So ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ, then you continue to say what you want to say. ಯಾವುದು means what ಅಂದರೆ. For what or which. ಯಾವುದು means which. From my point of view, ನನ್ನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದರೆ, if ದೃಷ್ಟಿ means vision, right? So ನನ್ನ from my ದೃಷ್ಟಿ, if you see, that's what it means. ನನ್ನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದರೆ. I am of the opinion that ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? Then if you ask me, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, it's exact translation. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, if you ask me, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ. ಟು ಬಿ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್, ಸತ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ. ಸತ್ಯವಾಗಿ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸತ್ಯವಾಗಿ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ದ ಟ್ರೂತ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಟ್ರೂತ್ಫುಲಿ ಆರ್ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಸತ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ. ದೆನ್ this ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, I hope you know it because these are all the conditional, what you call conjunctions, right? So the main points are, if you start off like that, ಮುಖ್ಯ ವಿಷಯ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? It seems to me that ನನಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ. All these ಅಂದರೆ can be used as a connecting word for further telling something about. I think, if you want to say I think, okay. ನನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ. So this is like, I think this is a good idea. ನನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, or I think he should not do like that. So you always start sentences with I think, right? How you do it in Kannada will be ನನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, right? Or ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ. ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ can also be used, okay? ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ. Anything that is equal to saying I think. You don't literally say ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಯೋಚಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. Think is ಯೋಚಿಸು. But using that will be a bad idea. So you don't do a direct translation blindly. That's what I meant in the beginning of the slides, right? According to me, ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. So this is a very, very useful expression. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. You can just straight away say ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. Okay. There is even a Kannada movie by name Nanna Prakara, a recently released movie, maybe 2019 or 2018, I'm not sure. Nanna Prakara. Okay. So this is very common. Nanna Prakara is very common. So you can always use this for any of this. In my opinion, from my point of view, I feel that what I mean is everything you can use Nanna Prakara. As far as I know, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವವರೆಗೂ. Till ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವ means ಗೊತ್ತು plus ಇರುವ. As much as I know, that's what this as far as I know. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವವರೆಗೂ. I will put it this way, right? ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳುವುದು, right? These is all expressions that we use in English, right? I'll put it this way. He should not have done it so badly, like that, right? So these are all sentence starters to give your opinion. Asking opinion phrases. If you have something to ask somebody as their opinion, how will you do it? What do you say, right? ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೀರಿ is a respectable way, or you'll say, if it's a friend, you just say ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೀಯಾ. For example, let's go for a movie. What do you say, right? Okay, cinema ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೀಯಾ, right? That's a useful expression. ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸರಿಯಾ, was I right? Okay, ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, right? This ಇದ್ದು postposition, we have seen this before, right? ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, that which I have done. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. I don't understand why. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ, right? Why ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ means I don't understand, right? Artha means meaning. Agta illa means is not happening. The meaning is not happening literally, but it means I don't understand. Okay, adu bagge ninna vichara or bhavane. Bhavane is also feeling. So adu bagge, regarding that or about that, ninna vichara. Vichara is also means thought. Vichara is thought, opinion. Bhavane is also same. Yenu. You can ask, what is your thought about it? Nimage gutta, are you aware? So you can start off like that. Nimage gutta, then you can say avaru manayalli illa, like that. So it's a sentence starter to say, are you aware? Like that. So ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪುಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Do you agree with me? So you can just say ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪುಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay. ನೀವು ಒಪ್ಪುತ್ತೀರಾ is also fine. Do you agree? If you want to say, if you don't want to have such a big sentence, you just say ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪುಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ or ನೀವು ಒಪ್ಪುತ್ತೀರಾ, right? Do you agree? Right? ಒಪ್ಪು is the verb for agree. Okay. ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, beg your pardon or please repeat again. Beg your pardon is what British people say, so we just say please repeat, right? So ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ means once more. ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಬಹುದಾ? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಬಹುದಾ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ರೈಟ್? ಒಂದು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒನ್. ಕೇಳಬಹುದಾ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ದ ವಿ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಬಹುದಾ? ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಥಾಟ್, ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್, ಆರ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಮಾತು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಡು ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಡು ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೀ? ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. Artha aita, you can just say Artha aita. If you want to say, do you understand? Just Artha aita. Aita is past tense of agu, neuter gender. Okay. Aita. Okay, nimage anisalva. Don't you think, right? Don't you feel that way when you want to ask? Nimage anisalva, right? Anisalva. We talked about this. This is the equivalent of negated closed-ended question. We have seen this also before in other videos. Classroom phrases. What page were we on, or what page are we on? How do you say? ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಪುಟದಲ್ಲಿ, ಪುಟ means page, ಪುಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆವು or ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, right? So ಯಾವ ಪುಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆವು means past tense. ಇದ್ದೇವೆ means are we on. So were is ಇದ್ದೆವು, are is ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. I am ready. May I start? ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ಧ or ತಯಾರು ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ಧ ಆಗಿದೆ or ತಯಾರು ಆಗಿದೆ, same. ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ, right? ಮಾಡಲಿ, this is your imperative. Shall I start? May I start? Then you'll say ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ, right? ಮಾಡು, ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ, ಮಾಡಲಿ becomes ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ. You're asking a question. Do I have to write this down? ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾ? If you're asking your teacher, should I have to write this down? ಬರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾರೆ, ಬರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳು means writing for yourself. That's why this ಕೊಳ್ಳು helping verb is added. Okay. May I open, close the window? Okay. ಕಿಟಕಿಯನ್ನು, ಕಿಟಕಿ is window. ಕಿಟಕಿಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯಲ, right? ಮುಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಲ. ತೆಗೆಯಲ means shall I open, right? ತೆಗೆಯಲ, ತೆಗೆಯಲಿ. ತೆಗೆ is to open. ತೆಗೆಯಲ means shall I open. ತೆಗೆಯಲಿ means let him open, right? When you want to say shall I open, ತೆಗೆಯಲ, because you're asking a question, right? ಮುಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಲ means to close. ಮುಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಲ, right? Shall I close? So these are all imperative moods which we have actually seen in the moods tutorial. Can I come in, go out? Okay. Can I come in or go out? Okay. ಒಳಗೆ ಬರಬಹುದಾ, ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದಾ, like that. Can I answer the question? ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬಹುದಾ, right? Can I give the answer? ಕೊಡಬಹುದಾ, right? Can you please repeat? ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಬಹುದಾ, right? We have seen this earlier. Is it visible? Somebody is doing a presentation. I think this also we have seen in in the negation or cannot video. We have seen it. Is it visible? If you want to, if you're doing a presentation, you're asking your audience, is it visible? Then you say Kanuttada, right? Kanuttada. Kanu is to see. So Kanuttada means, is it visible? Is it audible? Keluttada. It's not visible. Kanisalilla, right? Kanisu. Kanisu means be to appear. Appearing is not happening. That's what this Kanisu, Kanisalilla. Or Kanisutta illa. So this is your continuous tense with negation. Kanisutta illa, when you say it's fast, it will be Kanusta illa, Kanusta illa. You will hear this when people say, I cannot see. Or when people are on a phone, they will say Kelisalilla or Kelusta illa. Again, Kelisutta illa, which will become Kelusta illa when you speak fast. When you're on the phone, you can say ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಧ್ವನಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. You can say like that. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Should I speak louder? Right? ಇನ್ನೂ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾ? ಜೋರಾಗಿ means more, with more strength. Can you speak louder? If you're asking ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ or ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಾ? You can use ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ or ಜೋರಾಗಿ. Okay, that's it. So this was a short video with possible phrases. Like what I mentioned, I'll be uploading a separate video, one for each type of phrase. Noun phrase, verbal phrases, and then adverbial phrases, participle phrase, so not participle, sorry, prepositional phrases. There are many sentences with prepositional phrases. So when we have those English sentences and when we can, what you call, translate them naturally in Kannada, we'll see a pattern that comes out. That's the intention. So ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Please write to correctkannada@gmail.com if you have any doubts.